Good morning, students. Today's topic is how do metals react with non-metals? What do you mean by metals? Metals lose electrons and become positive ions. So they are electropositive elements. Here we take the example of sodium. Atomic number of sodium, that is 11, in KLM shell. Its configuration is 281. 2 plus 8 10, 10 plus 1 11. When the sodium atom lose one electrons, then it will form a positive ions, Na positive. It means 281. After losing one electrons, it will form 28, means sodium plus 1 ion. Same as in case of magnesium, atomic number is 12. Its electronic configuration is 282. After losing 2 electrons, it becomes stable, means 2 and 8. And it will form magnesium 2 plus ions because it loses 2 electrons, so it having a plus 2 charge. Now next is non-metals. After gaining electrons, it becomes negative ions. So they become electronegative elements. Example, atomic number of chlorine, that is 17. Its electronic configuration is in KLM shell. Its configuration is 287. When the chlorine atom gain 1 electrons, it will form Cl negative ions. Chlorine, its electronic configuration 287. After gaining 1 electrons, it becomes stable, means 288 configuration is here, and it will form Cl negative ions. Next topic, how the metal react with non-metals and it will form the formation of molecule. Here we take one example of NaCl. Sodium is a metal and chlorine is non-metal. Sodium metal lose electrons. Sodium electronic configuration 281. Here one extra electron is here. And here chlorine, that is non-metal. Its configuration is 287. After gaining 1 electron from sodium, it becomes stable, means 288, and sodium also becomes stable. When the sodium atom lose 1 electrons, it will form plus 1 ions, sodium plus charge. And chlorine gain 1 electrons from sodium metal, so it will form Cl negative ions, and it both become stable. After the formation of positive and negative ions, it will form a ionic bond, means the combination of oppositely charged particles. It will form the formation of new bond, that is ionic bond, and it will form the NaCl formation of the molecule. Now next example is magnesium oxide. Magnesium, its configuration is 282, it having 2 extra electrons, and oxygen configuration 26, means it requires 2 electrons to become stable. So oxygen atom gain these 2 electrons from the magnesium. First of all, magnesium lose 2 electrons and it will form magnesium 2 plus ions. And here oxygen gain 2 electrons, it will form oxygen 2 minus, means oxide. After gaining and losing the electrons, it will form a formation of positive and negative ions. So the electrostatic force of attraction which holds the oppositely charged ions together, this is called as ionic bond. and here the formation of magnesium oxide takes place. Now the next example is calcium fluoride. Calcium having configuration 2882 because atomic number is 20. Fluorine having configuration 2 and 7. One fluorine require 1 electrons to become stable, but here 2 fluorine are there, so 2 electrons are required for both the fluorine atom. Calcium lose its 2 electrons and it will form calcium 2 plus ion, and 1 electron is gained by first fluorine atom, that will form F negative, and another electrons gained by second fluorine atom, that will form F negative. After this positive and negative charge that are combined and to form a CaF2 molecule. Now what do you mean by ionic bond or electrovalent bond, or what force of attraction present between these molecules? Means ionic bond or electrovalent bond means the electrostatic force of attraction which holds the oppositely charged ions together, or you can say that by the complete transfer of electrons from a metal to a non-metal. It also forms a ionic bond. Or you can see that by the complete transfer of electrons from one atom to another atom. This is also called as ionic bond. Ionic means the bond present between the cation and anion, means positive charge and negative charge. Now what are the properties of ionic compounds? Ionic compounds are formed by the transfer of electrons and they are made up of ions. They are crystalline solid. It means these compounds are solid which are present in the form of crystal, and these crystals have strong attractive forces. So the ionic compounds are very hard because the crystal differ in their shape and shining. This is because the nature of arrangement of ions, this is called as crystal lattice. Crystal lattice is the regular three-dimensional arrangement of ions in space. So ionic compounds are crystalline solids. Now the next property is ionic compounds have high melting point and boiling point. Because ionic compounds have strong force of attraction, so they have very high melting point and boiling point. Next property is soluble in water but insoluble in organic solvent like petrol, kerosene, etc. So ionic compounds are mostly water soluble because water help in the separation of oppositely charged ions from these compounds. This is called as a dissociation. When the sodium chloride is added to water, then each sodium ions and chloride ions that is surrounded by the number of molecules of water which carry the charge. So water molecule is formed, and to cover the around these ions. So these are hydrated ions. So energy is released during the hydration which help in the separation of these ions. So Due to this, ionic compounds are soluble in water but insoluble in petrol and kerosene oil, means organic solvent. Now the last is they conduct electricity in molten state or in solution, because ionic compounds or electrovalent compounds are the good conductor of electricity. Means ionic mobility is required for the conductivity which carry the charge. Means ion can move only in the molten state or in solution, so these compounds conduct electricity. But in a solid state they don't conduct electricity, because ions don't move because they are very closely packed. So in case of solid state, ions cannot move, but in molten or solution state they can easily move and easily conduct electricity. Thank you, students.